Yo, so I thought I would make a video complaining about the state of FIFA 19 for the very first time. As the title states, we'll be looking through 5 big problems, but it was pretty much impossible to narrow it down to just 5. I want you to comment down below 5 things of your own so that I can read and respond. 5 things, the biggest 5 things that you think are keeping FIFA 19 from, to be honest, just being a playable game. As always, lads, our target is 1,000 likes, so please go ahead and headbutt that like button. If you do, send me a video on Twitter of yourself headbutting a like button. I will share it 100%. And if you are new around here and enjoy the content, please make sure to subscribe. We are closing in on 59,000 subscribers. That would be great. So what has made FIFA 19 so bad? Probably the worst game that they've ever released in terms of consumer satisfaction. We're going to be looking through the 5 main points that I think have created FIFA 19's reputation as it's just painful. A quick shout out to OneFootball, our series and channel sponsor. Check their link at the top of the description. The only football app that I use to follow my team and teams around the world. It really is brilliant. Get it now for Android or iOS. I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't use it myself. As with any game, the gameplay being somewhat enjoyable is fairly important. It's kind of a priority. Unfortunately, FIFA 19 is riddled with just shite left, right and centre, and there's 4 key issues that I have with the gameplay. The first is the first touch. Especially on pro clubs, the first touch this year has been borderline unplayable. It makes 11 versus 11 very scrappy. You get past the ball and it bounces off you onto the defender, who bounces off of him onto the keeper and bounces off of him, and do you know what? It's just so unplayable. It's like EA don't know that some footballers sprint with the ball at their feet.
Here we are warming up for our big chance to be selected for the England walking football team.
I think they've literally just researched walking football and gone, yeah, that'll do. Then there's the obvious ones. Time finishing is brutal. An interesting concept it may be in thought, but in reality it is total trash. Despite patches coming out as a result of constant, and I mean constant, community outrage, nothing's really changed. Unrealistic goals that just remove you from the simulation you're supposed to be immersing yourself in. It's like every player is 2012 Iron Robin, but they have 2 left feet to finesse it from 40 yards with. The concept in practice really does not work, because if I time it green and it misses, I'm there like, the fuck. If I time it green and it flies in the top corner, he's there like, the fuck. Because you don't have control over either. You can't press everyone on a football pitch. You can't press someone 30 yards out. Often in real football, teams will encourage oppositions to shoot from far distances. They'll go, yeah, go on, have a shot from 30 yards. You know it's missing. But in FIFA 19, the majority of them go in. So you have to press, and it just doesn't work, let's be honest. Goalkeeper movement is the 3rd big problem with the gameplay. I mean, it basically adopts the same principles in my mind as time finishing. It's just, in practice, it doesn't work. It's only succeeded in really just pissing off the majority of the community, and especially those pro players. It needs to go. The last of the gameplay issues that I'm going to discuss is holding X or A on the Xbox controller. Oh my god, I'm such an Xbox noob. I actually need to check if it's A. It is A, and that's proof I have an Xbox. A. This containing really just makes the computer do all the work for you. It's boring, it's dead, I've spoke about it before, but if you're playing against a player who's just standing there holding X and containing you, it's boring. No need to go into detail, it's just boring. There was a video I put out a couple of weeks ago on This Week on FIFA, where we actually showed a video of the guy basically putting his controller down and he didn't even score in 10 minutes of a game. He just didn't score. His players were automatically defending for him without him touching the controller. These gameplay issues are the key reason that FIFA 19 is unpopular. I mean, it is the most unpopular FIFA of all time, at least in my memory, and I just can't see any other reason than the gameplay. It's unplayable at times, it's not fun, and it's not what people want. Is it just me who feels like EA Sports and FIFA are kind of half-arsing the eSports side of things? For an organisation so large, it really does feel like that to me. Look at some of these tweets. I mean, you look at like professional esports players going to events and placing in the top 8 and coming away with like $700. I mean, this is a $1 billion company, guys. It's well known, apart from the big games like the grand finals, they basically have to give away Ultimate Team icons or items in order to attract community members to watch the streams. If you watch any of the streams, they'll be giving away like icon Blanc, and it will just be spammed with Blanc in the chat with an exclamation mark. People hoping to be picked out of the random people in the chat to get a new player. They're not actually there for the game. They're not there to watch the players, and it's a real shame. The reason I said gameplay first is because I do believe it all comes back to the gameplay. The fact the game isn't enjoyable means that consumers like you and I, the players, don't really like it, so why are we going to watch someone else play it? I've said this for years, 11 versus 11 pro clubs needs to happen. We need to see that at an esports level. We've seen bits before. I've spoke about it week in, week out on the channel. We need to see 11 players versus 11 players. Minimal AI involvement, then it takes all of that away, and it's just football how it's supposed to be played. I mean, comment down below right now if you haven't already. Which would you rather see? 1v1 or 11 versus 11? I'm expecting to see the majority of you guys say 11 versus 11. That is if you're not all concussed from headbutting the like button by now. To me, EA have kind of always felt like the type of company that would punch you in the face and then complain that your head hurt their hand. Look, mistakes get made by gaming companies all the time, but it's how you handle those mistakes.
Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
The attitude that EA kind of dish out is that they don't really give a shit about what the consumers say. They kind of do their own thing, they don't really keep us updated, and we're lucky to see a fix to a major problem in the game in January that we haven't even been told is coming, but we've told them about it since the beta. It is baffling. For example, pro clubs didn't have any stats displayed for the first 4 or 5 months the game was out. Crazy. All we hear about from EA is foot promotion after foot promotion after foot promotion. Sorry, if you get excited by flashback David Luiz, you need your head rattled. Kind of leading on from point number 3, this is massive. FIFA 20 will be a deciding year in the FIFA franchise. I really believe it's make or break for them. They've invested in these game changers. They've contacted rather more toxic YouTubers like myself. Hi. So from me, the Pro Clubs guy, they have a list of every bug on Pro Clubs. 8-page document that I've sent their way from September, around the game times release when I played the early access. They have that document. Every glitch is listed in chronological order of what needs fixing and what I recommend adding to improve pro clubs. Career mode is the exact same. The career mode YouTubers, the career mode game changers, they've sent all of their ideas off to these developers, to the community managers. They have all the information. The journey is thankfully not returning for FIFA 20, so they can fully focus on what matters and improving what they already have. The gameplay, pro clubs, career mode has to go online. Surely career mode goes online for FIFA 20. If they don't act upon this, they'll end up with FIFA 19 all over again, only this time patience will have run out. I believe they will hammer in the last nail to the coffin of the FIFA franchise as a whole if they do not listen to the community in the development of FIFA 20. It has to be massive. There has to be an overhaul. Ultimate Team for so long has carried FIFA on its back. It has been the forefront of the marketing for EA Sports. FIFA 19, FIFA 18, 17, we can go on all the way back to, I think, really like FIFA 9. I did a video on the history of pro clubs where we did discuss a little bit of that. If you are a pro clubs fan, you might want to check that video out. It's in the top right hand corner right now, or you can find it on my channel. But has Ultimate Team had its day? No, I don't think so. I think the concept of Ultimate Team is obviously a brilliant one, in which people are invested, but a lot of its success is down to the marketing push that it has had. The investment in Ultimate Team has been pretty massive over the years, but I believe Ultimate Team has actually been at part fault for FIFA's recent decline in years. It's isolated the casual gamer from being able to catch up, being able to compete. If you're a casual FIFA player, you get it for Christmas, you play like here and then, maybe once a week or when your friends come over, how are you expected to keep up in the Ultimate Team scene? The whole structure of Ultimate Team is based around basically donating your entire life or your wallet. It's either one. You have to be on 1,000+ games to build a world-class team on Ultimate Team, or you gotta buy a hell of a lot of packs and hope you get lucky and get some players in them that you can sell on and build a great team. I mean, we're talking about a game mode where you have to play 30 games a weekend in order to keep up with the latest trends. 30 games. I understand from a competitive side that that's a brilliant concept. We want Ultimate Team ideas implemented into pro clubs as a community. I'd love a weekend league for pro clubs, but it takes away from the fact that if you're a casual, you can't really play Ultimate Team. Because the best team you're going to get if you play maybe 100 games is like an average BPL side. Everyone you come up against as you try to get up the divisions is going to have Team of the Year, everything coming out of their arse. You're in trouble, and you just put the game away, and you say, what's the point? What's the point? And that has come firsthand to me from lots of friends who have FIFA who are just like, I don't bother with it. It's too much effort. You have to give everything to that game mode to get even a little bit out of it. It's a problem. It's a big problem to me, and it needs revisiting in FIFA 20. They need to make it more open to the casuals. Even big YouTubers haven't been asked for years, guys. Your favourite Ultimate Team YouTubers, they've usually, like, a lot of them, not some, but a lot of them have either moved on, or if they do FIFA, it's the occasional 50 grand pack opening, and then they don't ever go back to it. Because they don't actually play the game. It's not there to be played. Hey, these are my opinions. As always, guys, I want you to leave your comments, your opinions in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video if you've enjoyed, or dislike if you disagree, and comment why. I appreciate all of the support and feedback. That's why those buttons are there down below. Subscribe yourself to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that red button, closing in on 59,000. And I just hope that FIFA 20 is a better game. I've dedicated a lot of time to this game, built a channel out of it, a career, and if they let me down again, well, I mean, no, there's literally nothing. There's not a big sort of da-da, like, that's the video.